Yeah, Usyk. Yeah, Usyk. I want you in it. You robbed me. You get me. Yeah, I want my rematch. You robbed me in it. Yeah, that's what Frank Warren told me to say, innit, Frank? Yeah, what's up, beast? Boxing basement and Triple B. Yeah, I'm trying to do a video a day minimum. I'm busy with all kinds of things. So, it's been announced, right? Nothing's been signed, right? It's been announced by Usyk and his trainer, sorry, his manager. And it's been reported on Sky Sports News that they might be trying to make Daniel Dubois vs Usyk 2, the rematch. Alexander Klasyuk, as I said, the promoter, I thought it's manager, his promoter, said, we're working on this fight, and Wembley Arena is one of the options. Now, obviously, this is a rematch, and no one would have really expected at the time, apart from the alleged low blow controversy. It was clearly a low blow. Some people say, well, Usyk took too long. Well, people don't understand. When he wasn't hitting the nuts, but he got hit in the cup, and it rattles your nuts, and it hurts. It was a bit weird. The ref was encouraging him to take him as long as he wants. But if you notice, Daniel Dubois doesn't complain. He knew it was low. He knew it was a low blow. Was it super low? No, but it was a low blow. And as I said, from a huge guy, he wants to be hit. Even in the bladder, right? Or having your cup rattled by a huge guy like Daniel Dubois who can punch. I've got no problem with that call. And Usyk went on to destroy Dubois. Dubois was never in it. He quit, in my opinion. He went down from a jab, and he went down from not taking a shot. And it looked like the end of Daniel Dubois, but he came back. And he came back impressively. You know? I'm shocked. I've never seen a comeback like this, basically. You know? What I mean by that is a guy who had been stopped twice, and some say quit, and they talk about, oh yeah, Joe Joyce fractured Dubois' eye. No, he didn't, man. There was no proof of that. Right? That was just another Warren BS claim, like saying that Hamza Shiraz hurt his right hand, and then it wasn't. It was his left hand, and he showed it right in the ring. Right after Warren's going, oh, he hurt his right hand, he couldn't throw it. And then it's quite clearly his left, which was the only hand he used. So, you know, Dubois was hurt. He was tired. Some people say he quit against Joyce. I don't really like that word necessarily. Boxing's a tough game. Some people said he quit against Usyk as well. And Kevin Lerena basically knocked him down 3 times in the first round with 1 punch. You know, and then he just stopped hitting him. It was all very weird, the Daniel Dubois story. I thought Jaron Miller might stop him. But Dubois stopped him in 10. And then he stopped, impressively, Filip Ergovic. Now, he took Ergovic. I thought Ergovic would stop Dubois. And he was landing right hands. But Dubois just gassed and was basically stopped on his feet. Halted by doctors with cuts and bashed up. Ergovic is... He's basically flattered to deceive in his pro career. It's like he's not that interested. But that's still an amazing win. Yeah, and he beat the unbeaten. Well, Jaron Miller was unbeaten. 26-0 with 1 draw. Filip Ergovic, 17-0. And then, of course, Anthony Joshua. And he took some big shots before the KO, but he battered Gage. But, you know, it's an amazing turnaround. Now, people don't seem to realize that the PEDs can actually improve your punch resistance. You know, they make you more determined. If you do HGH, which, if you look at Dubois' knuckle, there can be no other explanation. The 5,000 alleged press-ups a day that his dad forced him to, A, highly unlikely, B, why do these big growths on your knuckles keep on changing? It's called acromegaly, and it's caused by naturally like pituitary gland problems, I think, but also a human growth hormone. So I don't know, man. I mean, how did Dubois suddenly turned for a guy who got dropped 3 times by an ex-cruiserweight with one punch, who got battered by another ex-cruiserweight, Usyk, who he outweighed actually only by about 12 pounds, but he looked much bigger. He went down from a jab and went down from not taking a shot. And then he showed loads of heart with Miller, Ergovic, and Gage, and won those fights, all by stoppage. It's quite suspicious. But, I mean, the main point is this. Why? Why would Alexander Usyk, age 38, remember that he's 38, a fighter who he lives a clean life, but he's a fighter who relies on reflexes. You know, he's a former middleweight as an amateur, as Tyson Fury repeatedly told us, but he's basically, as a pro career cruiserweight and possibly the best ever. You know, it's him and Evander, basically, the two guys. I think Usyk beat better guys. When Evander was fighting as a cruiserweight, the cruiserweight division was not even that respected. A lot of it is based upon the fact Evander went on to do so well at heavyweight. But Usyk is unbeaten. And he's taken out some big guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, he beat Joshua twice clearly, and in my opinion, was on the way to stopping him in the first fight when they rang the bell early. He beat Tyson Fury twice, enormous guy, you know, he's giving away like 50 plus pounds in the second fight. In the first fight, he only gave away 40 pounds, but he's given away massive amounts of weight in all his fights. Gage, he was giving away about 20 pounds. This is a huge advantage. What's he got to gain? I mean, apart from a huge payday, I just don't get it. Like, he was stripped of his title, and that title is basically gifted to Daniel Dubois. I mean, no one can regard Daniel Dubois as a legitimate heavyweight champion. The legitimate heavyweight champion is clearly Usyk. Okay? Now, why would you want... I mean, I just don't understand the thinking behind this from Krasiuk, you know, who's looking after Usyk. Why is he going for this rematch? Apart from money, because obviously Dubois' status has been lifted. And I still, this is going to sound weird, but even though Usyk dominated the first fight, it's a much more dangerous fight this time round. Why? Well, it's 2 years later. Usyk's 38. Dubois is in the form of his life. And now we think, well, did Dubois pull out of the fight with Parker with a fake injury? I thought he might have popped. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. If they can talk about a fight in Wembley, I don't know when they expect it to be, June or something, right? Then it seems he obviously didn't pop, but he definitely pulled out on quite spurious grounds. He probably saw the size of Parker, right? And whilst he was getting a good payday, it wouldn't be as big as fighting Usyk in a rematch in front of 80,000 people like Carl Froch when he knocked out George Groves in front of 80,000 people. You know, he stood his feet, you know, and he stopped him and made him fall on his own leg. So, I don't know. Why would Usyk want to retread this fight when he dominated the first time? And as I said, it's a far more dangerous fight second time round. Because Dubois is riding a wave of confidence. And I don't know what's going on with the PEDs, but now he's got chin, he's got heart. He always had power, but now he's got chin and heart. Some people will say Dubois is avoiding Parker. But, you know, listen, this is the prize fighting game. It's a shame that he pulled out at the last minute and got replaced by a guy who hadn't sparred or been in a ring, right, for like 9 months. And he got chinned by a massive, hard-hitting Parker. I'd still like to see Dubois Parker, to be honest with you. That's what I'd really like to see. But, you know, I also understand Parker's looking very dangerous and hard-hitting and big. And Usyk will come in at 220, Dubois 240. He'll have at least a 20-pound weight advantage. He's younger. Usyk at 38, using a style that relies on reflexes, movement. It's a dangerous fight. It's a dangerous fight for Usyk. And eventually, Usyk will get caught and will lose to someone who may not be as talented, but is younger, fresher, and hard-hitting. I mean, Usyk has not had that many pro fights. He's only had 23 pro fights with 14 KOs. So it's what's that, 61% KO ratio? But, a lot of those were at cruiserweight. And he's fought the best, He's fought the best from an early time, He's moved up quickly. He fought Glowacki, who was unbeaten, for the WBO World Cruiserweight title. And that was in his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th fight. Okay? So it's not quite as quick as Lomachenko, but still. And then he fought Mchunu, a dangerous puncher. Michael Hunter, who's turned out to be a dangerous heavyweight. Marco Huck, very dangerous, also moved to heavyweight, and some people say beat Povetkin. Maris Bradis, basically should be an all-time great. Murat Gassiev, Tony Bellew. And he fought these guys, a lot of them in their backyard. Yeah? Yeah. He fought Glowacki in Poland. He fought Hunter in America. He fought Marco Huck in Germany. He fought Bradis in Latvia. This is all the countries they come from. Murat Gassiev in Russia. Belland, Tony Belland in Manchester, England. And so on and so forth. Cesaro, Wembley. Joshua in Tottenham Hotspur. Joshua, Riyadh. This is a rematch. And so on. So this is what Usyk has to be one of the best ever. But why is he risking this? I would like to see him retire. I've said that since he beat Fury for the second time. Keep your marbles, man. Keep your marbles. At the end of the Fury fight, he looked exhausted. And it's not surprising, fighting a guy who's 281 pounds, right, and leaning all over you. I don't know what Usyk wants. He might say, I want the undisputed back end. Well, he's basically undisputed anyway. He got robbed of the IBF title. That's just a joke. It's boxing politics. Everyone can see that. Surely he's earned enough millions to retire. Now, obviously, these guys are very competitive. All right? 38, if you had an office job, 38, you're in your prime or reaching your prime. In a couple of years, you might be CEO or something like that, right? But director. But in boxing, it's near the end of your career. And I think there's a chance, if it happens, Dubois might well stop Usyk just because of the age. Those little differences in reflexes that before would make him slip a punch 2 years ago, now he's taking that shot. Right? And Dubois will be confident, I believe. I believe he'll be confident. Nothing's been decided anyway. We don't know what's going to happen. It's only been talked about, but it's been talked about by Krasiuk, who's on Usyk's team, so it's a serious possibility. I don't want to see it. I'd rather see Usyk retire. And people go, that fragmented titles. Well, who cares, man? They can reunify that. It doesn't matter, man. Boxing's always had fragmented titles and fake titles, and who cares, man? Let's say Usyk was to carry on. Who would he fight except Dubois? Parker, that's another very dangerous fight. Parker looked extremely explosive and very big as well. He could defend. I mean, the heavyweight division is one of those divisions where there will never be that many genuine top fighters, and you're very close to a title shot if you're half decent. You know what I'm saying? You're very close to a heavyweight title shot. I mean, looking down, Agit Caballel, obviously, the unbeaten Agit Caballel, another dangerous fight. Joseph Parker, a dangerous fight. Gage, he's beaten twice. Tyson Fury's beaten twice. I'm just looking through the rankings here. Who else is there? Fabio Wardley, wouldn't be a huge fight. And he's dangerous. Michael Hunter, he's beaten him already at cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to really take a risk, obviously Bakoli's been showing up, Zhilei Zhang's been showing up, Joe Joyce has been showing up, Kubrat Pulev's about 43, Ergovic has kind of been showing up. I mean, who else is there? I think if I was Usyk's team, I would offer a title shot to someone like Richard Torres Jr. Yeah. Or maybe even Moses Itama. That would be a big fight. Even it sounds weird because Itama is regarded as a prospect who hasn't fought anyone good, but I'd rather see, like I said, I'd rather see Usyk retire. But if he's going to fight anyone, Dubois, it only makes sense in that he's winning back his IBF title. But I don't know, man. To me, I'm not super interested in it. Obviously, it's heavyweight boxing. There's a chance Dubois will win. There's a chance Usyk will grow old. Not overnight. He keeps himself in good shape. He doesn't go drinking like a Ricky Hatton. Yeah? And he hasn't taken that much punishment. But, you know, he's been dealing with these giants. Hitting him in the face. We'll see anyway. It may not happen. It's probably just more talk. Boxing's a soap opera. Modern boxing is a soap opera. More talk than boxing. But, I mean, I would have, you know, if I had to bet on it, I'd bet on Usyk winning, outboxing Dubois. He might even go on points this time. I think Usyk will be very careful and clever because he knows that Dubois has stepped up and Dubois is confident and riding high. I'll probably at this stage go for Usyk on points, but it wouldn't totally surprise me to see him take a loss. Anyway, peace, guys.